Hey, what's going on, guys? Tim here again. Got another tutorial for you today. Today we are doing the chiton knot. Now this is a design by none other than Makumbet. You can check out his linked Instagram profile down below. So yeah, we're doing this Mad Max style, and it has this really nice organic design to it. Reminds me almost of like a vertebrae or spinal cord, so pretty cool on that. And of course done in Mad Max style, as we all know and love. Alright, so that is what we're doing today. This one's a little bit tricky on when you tighten the knot, so pay close attention to that. But once you get that down, it's not too bad. Okay, so remember guys, if you're looking for where to get paracord, you can check out my links down below on where to get all the materials I use in the video. And also a huge thank you to my Patreon patrons for this month. Again, you guys are making a huge difference by supporting me there. And remember, if you want access to exclusive tutorials and giveaways, you can check out my Patreon page, linked in the video and down below. Alright, so that being said, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so to start off this bracelet, I've got my core strand here. I'm using red. And I've got just a scrap piece of paracord, okay? And we're going to do that to, well, I'll show you right now. So we're going to start off by tying a snake knot, or walnut if you want to call it. So let's take the middle point of our cord, doubled over. I'm going to take the strand on the left. I'm going to bring it around and behind, like so. I'm going to take the cord on the right, bring it behind that left cord, put it through that gap there, okay? And then you're going to pull that shut. Now before you fully tighten it, we want to get this loop as small as possible. So that's why we have this little scrap piece of paracord. It's a really great idea that came from one of you guys, one of my subscribers. So instead of just leaving it open and trying to make the gap as small as possible, putting that piece of paracord in there just allows you to just tighten it as much as you can, and you don't have to worry about the knot coming undone. Okay, so there we go. So that's our first step right there. Now we can get into tying the bracelet part. So to tie this pattern, we're going to be working with a single lead strand. So it's a little different from the other patterns. And here's how we're going to start it. I've got my one end of my paracord. I'm using the gold color. So I'm going to bend it over, and I'm going to put it right in between here, like so. Okay, so I'm just in between the core strands like that. Okay, so now this bracelet you have to pay attention to when you tighten the knots. So now working with the long strand, you're going to wrap it around and under the loop like so. And then from here you're going to feed it through this loop here. Okay, so I'm just going to bend it over, bend it through like that, and pull that all the way through. Okay, so now from here we're going to have to tighten. So the key is keep these two strands crossed over. See, normally it was up here. You want to keep it down there. Okay, so I'm just going to pull on this strand a little bit. That's the one coming out this end. And then I'm going to try to tighten everything now. So the first one will be a little tricky. So get that through there. And this strand coming out the back here, you can actually just put it through there. Okay. So now we have to tighten this. So first pull on this side, right, and then close this up. Okay, and there you go. So you can see how that's crossed over there. That's what you want to aim for. That's the secret to this knot. Okay, so that's the first knot done. Now the second knot's gonna be a lot more clear, I promise. Now that first one was a bit of a struggle. So now again, taking your working strand, you're gonna bring it behind your core strands, and you're gonna make that same bend coming through, like so. Okay. So same bend like that. And now we're gonna do that same loop around, like so. And then again, we're gonna bend it through the loop. Bring it all the way through. And then now we tighten. So to tighten this, you're gonna have to pull on this strand here. That's going to minimize that loop there on the front. And then you're gonna pull this one closed and then just work the excess through the knot. Okay, it's gonna wanna come loose like that, but just slowly work it through. Okay, and again, remember, keep that crossed over, right? Okay, there we go. So that is the knot. Let's do one more. So again, bring this through the middle, make a bend. Like so. Okay, wrap that around. Bend this through. And then work out all the excess. So again, pull this excess through here. And again, keep that crossed over there. So move this through here. Okay. And there we go. So make sure your knots are tightened all the way before you move on, and try to keep these in line with each other. Okay. So that is the pattern. I've tied 3 knots, and hope that was clear. This one's a little tricky. I know it's a little finicky, so if that was confusing, just go back and watch it again. But yeah, we're just going to continue tying these knots all the way down our core, and then we can finish it off. Okay, so I've come to the end of my bracelet, and I've tied the last knot. Now normally here we would go back under, but because we're finished, all I'm going to do is take my hemostats here. I'm just going to go underneath here, like so. I'm going to pull this cord through, pinch it, pull it through, like that. We'll do a really simple finish. Okay, so that is that last knot there. And from here with the red, I think I'm just going to lock it down with one last snake knot, just to match on the other end. So let's tie that same snake knot. We'll tighten that up here, like so. Okay, and then now we're just going to complete the closure before we cut off all the excess. So remember that piece of paracord up top, we can just take that out. And then now we've got our fid on this end here. We can just feed this through right here. Okay, so let's put that one through. If it's a little loose, again, you can always just dip that end into boiling water, just some hot water for like maybe 30 seconds to a minute, and it will tighten everything up. I may have to do it on this one, just because it's a little It's not too bad, but it could use a little more tension. Okay, so that is through there. So now, before we cut off the excess, we'll just tie our diamond knot. Okay, so let's do that real quick. Okay, and there we have it. We are finished. So, got all that excess cord snipped and singed, and this bracelet is ready to go. That is it, guys. The Chiton knot, designed by Macambet. Beautiful design, done in Mad Max style. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, if you like this video, feel free to hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed already, feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications so you know when I release videos. Alright, thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you on the next video. Bye.